What's up, everybody? Getting into the server now, getting ready for some Slick Track challenge from Allout Graphics here and Dirt Series Promotions. It's going to be a wild one here tonight. UMPs at Volusia. Stay tuned. We're going to be live here in just a few minutes with that action as I'm getting up in the server. Make sure you guys get the likes, shares, and follows out there, guys. Getting in the server now, Jacob. Getting in the server now. Ryan, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Looks like we got about 11 people up here in the server already. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me know out in the chat as we are getting ready for the UMPs here tonight. I see everybody getting up in the server, and the race cars are starting to rumble here a little bit. Let me go ahead and get the sound right over on TikTok. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, gonna be some good racing. I just got to get the sound right, and we're gonna jump over to practice. There you go. Now you're going to be able to hear the cars roaring. As we're going to go ahead and give a quick thanks to tonight's sponsors. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the cars out on the track over on TikTok. And we're going to go ahead and talk about the sponsors. Let's go. Norwood, says Landon. What's up, Landon? So we got to thank 3D Racing, Allout Graphics, House of Speed, Butt Kicker, Warrior Raps, and Finish First Designs. As we get ready for tonight's race, Norwood has a decent points lead, but he's got to be solid. He's got no drop weeks. And Clifford Driscoll could get a good points night here tonight. Lisa, thank you for the like. Appreciate that. I race real cars. Nice. Yep. I mean, you know, this is a good winner fix for sure, Jacob. Definitely good winner fix with the iRacing stuff. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of guys out there in real life that probably need a little bit of the racecraft that they carry over for running each and every night here on iRacing. Brad Allman, these guys rolling that track. Going to be a slick track here tonight for the Slick Track Challenge. How many laps we got? We got 60 laps, I believe, for tonight's feature. Just to give you guys an idea of the layout, it's going to be 3 inverted in each of the heats, and it's going to be a 60-lap main event here tonight. It is going to be wild. Let's see. It is going to be 100% usage here tonight. This track is going to be slick for these drivers. I do too. Thank you guys for coming out and making sure you... What's up, Stacy? Make sure you guys get the likes, shares, and follows out there. All right. Looks like we are rolling good over on YouTube. Been trying to come out here a little bit more prepared. Setting up some of the stuff that I need to. As practice rolls on. How much we got? We got 7 minutes for practice before we jump into qualifying. Oh, about 2 minutes and 40 seconds left here in tonight's practice. Go ahead and situate this so I can... Oh yeah, you still got to know what you're doing. Trust me, it is important. Some of the rookies, they struggle a bit. I think it's too late, Ray. I think it might be too late. I mean, you could go ahead and log in if you see the password over there on their Discord. Worst thing they're gonna do is say no, but I think they'll probably let you to get in. They'll probably let you. You gotta hurry though, because it is almost into qualifying. As Brett Caudill currently at the top of the charts. Nicholas King, Colton Snyder, Norwood, and Brian Wack. As Cody Connor sticks himself up into that top 2. Dirt Series Promotions. All right, guys, getting ready for some racing here tonight. as we got about 20 seconds left here in practice. What are you guys thinking? Would you guys like the UMPs? It does look like we got 12 cars out there. Oh, Scott Dobbs probably isn't going to race. He's probably just in there spectating. I don't think Scott Dobbs is actually going to race, even though he is registered. Doug, what's up, buddy? Thank you for the like. Thank you for the like. Make sure you guys are getting those likes, shares, and follows out there. That's how people find us out here.
My bad.
As that is going to be the end of practice, we're going to get into qualified. Who's going to be the first to take the track? Go ahead and click this over to best time. Seeing people starting to come in. There's my driver. Ready for some good racing for sure. Nicholas King going to jump out on the track in that number 43. Brad Allman out there. We're going to go ahead and watch Nick King. Nick King quick here in practice here tonight. Ready for a good race? Yeah, hopefully. I think it will be. I think it'll be a good one here tonight. As Nicholas King is going to start lap number 1 here. I am not. I'm just broadcasting it, Jacob. I'm just broadcasting it. I try to get on. It's just hard. I run in VR, so it gets hard. So Nick King's going to set the bar with a 17.8. As everybody else coming in here with 18s, they're going to need to pick up the pace here as Brian Wax going to jump up there with an 18.077. Cody Connor comes in second quick with a .935. So he is the closest one. Everybody else about a 10th or 2 off so far here in qualifying. Got Clifford Driscoll out on the track in that number 63 machine. Where is he going to get it? Looks like Norwood bailed on his lap. As Driscoll's going to come out of turn number 4. Ooh, little sideways. Is he going to put down a fast enough time to put him up towards the front? He's going to be 5th quick with a 17.940. Norwood out there in that number 4. He's got to have a solid night here. Oh, Norwood, come on, digging. Is he going to put it at the top of the chart here? Oh, hold on. I usually turn it off once we get racing. I usually shut it off once we go racing. So, let's see. Norwood going to go second quick with a 837. Snyder to the top of the charts with an 811. That's a little bit of a surprise. Let me know, is that a little bit better for the music-wise? Is that better, Sean? I can turn it down a little bit more if you need me to. All right, that's going to be the end of qualifying here. These guys are lucky, says Ray. Oh, he couldn't get the password in time, so Raging Ray won't be out there with his new logo on that car. You put the logo on there, too. All right, we got people getting up in there watching. Make sure you guys are getting those likes, shares, and follows out there, as that's going to be the end of qualifying. Lance, thank you for the like. Appreciate that. Let's get ready for heat race number 1. Oh, we got a follow. Mason Dollar, thank you for the follow.
Otto, King, Snyder, Almond, Smith, Smiley.
All right, so starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 1, it is going to be Brett Caudill. Starting in second, going to be Nicholas King. In that number 3 position, we're going to have Colton Snyder, Brad Allman. And 4th, Josh Smith 5th. And Steve Smiley in that number 6 position. Does not look like Steve gridded up as we get out on the track. And we're going to go ahead and shut down the music here and get ready for some modified racing here tonight. Who's your pick here for heat race number 1? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat who your pick is for heat race number 1 as these guys rolls into turn number 3 and 4. You either start from the pits at a huge disadvantage or you just don't race everybody's going to make...
Alright, front row going green next.
Everybody's going to make the feature here tonight, so it's not really a big deal if you don't make the heat race. But he was definitely off the pace. I'm wondering if that's why he didn't grid up. Frank, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Frank. Appreciate that. As we were getting ready for that green flag over on TikTok, you can hear that? So, I'll come and race for Lima Land. I'm confused, Sean. Static, thank you for the follow. Looking for the green flag this time by as they come out of turn number 4. Ken, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Ooh, it got a little hairy right there. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Snyder looking low already. Can't get it to go there as they're going to try to go 3 wide for second. Brad Allman digging that high side. He's going to try to wind it up high as they come down the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Snyder digging that bottom side. He's going to get way sideways in the slick as they come out of turn number 4. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Brett Caudell leads the way. They're going to go 3 wide out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Snyder, King, and Caudell into turn number 3. 3 wide for the lead. Brett's going to lead it out of turn number 4. He's going to lead this time by 2 laps complete. We got 8 laps to go in heat race number 1. Brett leads the way. Nicholas King second. Colton Snyder in third. Snyder trying to roll that bottom side as they come down the back straightaway, down into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Josh Smith down low as we got all 5 cars all under a blanket down into turn number 1 and 2. Ooh, Smith's going to get a little sideways. That's going to hold up Brad Allman as we got a battle for second starting to brew as Colton Snyder tries to dig back up underneath Nicholas King. King going to try to pinch him down as they come out of turn number 4. Sean, thank you for the follow. It is going to be 4 laps complete that time by. Battle for second really starting to intensify here as Brett Caudell tries to pull away. What's up, Ox? What's up, Ox? I guess that's Duck. Thank you for the follow. As they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, halfway through heat race number 1, we got 5 laps to go. Vincent, thank you for the follow. Nether 7, thank you for the follow. What's up, Jake Han? As they come down the back straightaway, Brett Caudell leads the way. Nicholas King in second, Colton Snyder in third. Everybody in a transfer here tonight. I see you out there, Ox, over on TikTok now as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Brett Caudell continues to roll as Josh Smith tries to roll in on that number 24 car in the third place. As Smith has definitely got a little bit of speed here. He is closing in on that number 24. Top 2, definitely the fastest drivers on the track as Colton Snyder going to pick up the pace a little bit here, but Brett Caudell really setting the pace. I see out there, Ox. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, going to get 2 laps to go. This time by 2 laps to go. Brett, really no challenge there. Nicholas King second, Colton Snyder, Josh Smith, Brad Allman way back in that number 9. He is struggling here tonight. Chad, thank you for the follow. Appreciating those follows, guys. As they come out of turn number 4, white flag is out. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go. It looks like Josh Smith is closed in on Colton Snyder. Does he have enough time as they come down the back straightaway? Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4. I'm not doing any more broadcasts tonight if you're asking. Checkered flag is out. It's going to be Brett with the win. Nicholas King, Colton Snyder, Josh Smith, Brad Allman. So this will be the only race I do tonight. Tomorrow night we do big blocks, pro late models if I get to them, and super late models. Next week these guys will be at Knoxville for their nationals. That'll be interesting. That'll be a lot of good drivers and a lot of money on the line there. So you don't want to miss next week. Tuesday we do the trucks, the off-road trucks, the Pro 2 lights. Wednesdays, I haven't done anything on Wednesdays, but we will go. What's up, Cam? I see you out there. Let's go, Cody, he says. Thursdays, we do asphalt. So we get the pavement princesses out on Thursdays, and it'll be late models and then street stocks. So definitely have a full schedule as we're going to get ready for heat race number 2 here tonight. Let's go ahead and go through that starting lineup. Starting on the pole here tonight, it's going to be Cam Horton's favorite driver. Nice. Yeah, tomorrow will be fun. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we start tomorrow. But starting on the pole here tonight, it is going to be It is going to be Cam Horton's favorite driver, Cody Connor. Just playing with you, Cam. There's going to be Clifford Driscoll in second. Justin Norwood in third. Brian Wax going to be in that number 4 position. Brad Dreyer in fifth. And Scott Dobbs is not racing tonight. He's just in the server spectating. So it looks like we got 10 drivers here tonight. Unless Steve gets back in for tonight's feature. But he looked like he was definitely on that struggle bus. As they come down the back straightaway, going to be looking for that green flag. Appreciate you, Sean. Appreciate you for coming out and hanging out. Also live on Facebook. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, TikTok, and I think that's it. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. That is it. Thank you for the like, Duck. Appreciate that. As they come out of turn number 4, going to get one to go this time by Cody Connor. Going to lead the field. Clifford Driscoll on the outside. So, Clifford, we've seen him in the trucks. He definitely struggled in those. That was the last time we seen him. He's hoping to have a much better race here tonight. And he's hoping Norwood does not have a good night. What's up, Anthony? What's up, buddy? How you doing, Anthony? You ready for this week? You gonna make the feature on Tuesday? All right, looking for the green flag. Out of turn number 4. Cody Connor, Clifford Driscoll. When are they're going to fire off on green? Heather King, says Tia. Tia's looking for Heather. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Looks like Cody might have gotten a little bit of wheel spin down on the bottom as Norwood's going to dig to the bottom side. 3 wide for the lead out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, drag race for that lead. Here comes Norwood. He's looking for the front as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, who's going to lead lap number 1? It's going to be Norwood from 3rd to 1st. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Norwood Connor's going to get in the back of him. Here comes the 14 of Brian Wax. He's looking low as they head towards turn number 3 and 4. Driscoll going to fight hard on the outside as him and Norwood battle it out side by side. Out of turn number 4, Norwood at the line. Norwood, this is the battle for the points lead too. Driscoll needing Norwood to have a rough night, and he's got to have a great one as they come down the back straightaway. Right now, battling for the lead in heat race number 2. It's going to be Driscoll and Norwood out of turn number 4. Still side by side as they come out of turn number 4. I don't know who had it at the line that side by as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Driscoll holding on for his life as they come out of 2. Down the back straightaway. Norwood clearly with the lead down into turn number 3. Here comes Cody Connor. Driscoll's going to slam the door out of turn 4. He's going to cut down up underneath Norwood as they head into 1 and 2. What a race for heat race number 2. Driscoll's going to flirt with the wall down on the inside. He's looking for all the moisture he can as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Driscoll digs low. Norwood with the slide through turn number 3 and 4. Who's going to lead at the line? Driscoll at the line that time by halfway through heat race number 2. Still side by side for the lead as Norwood tries to dig back up underneath Driscoll. Driscoll's going to have the lead as they head towards turn number 3. Here comes Cody Connor and Brian Wax out of turn number 4. Who's going to lead this time by Norwood down low? Oh, I don't know who had it at the line as they head into 1 and 2. Norwood going to dig the bottom side as they come through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Drag race for that lead. Norwood's got to get back in line as they head into turn number 3 and 4. He is wheeling that number 4 as they come out of 4. As they get 3 laps to go, Driscoll leads the way into turn number 1. Driscoll going to run slider. Norwood's going to cut down, roll the bottom as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Single file 4 now. Does Norwood have anything for the number 63 as they get 2 laps to go this time by 2 laps to go. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Brian Wax putting the pressure on Cody Connor. Norwood putting the pressure on Driscoll. Out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. They're going to stay in line, follow the leader as they come out of turn number 4. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go. I just realized I didn't have this up the whole time as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Norwood can't seem to get there. Driscoll's going to take advantage and get all the points he can as they come out of turn number 4. Give Driscoll the lead and win in heat race number 2. Norwood, Connor, Wax, and Dyer are your field here for heat race number 2. All right, we're going to get a little bit of a warm-up here. Let's see. It's going to be a 7-minute warm-up. Not sure if they're going to run the whole thing. It does look like Steve Smiley did leave. He won't be racing here tonight. And these guys are going to duke it out 10 cars here tonight. All right, so he said they're going to give him about 4 minutes here in the warm-up. These guys are going to come out and warm up here for a few laps. You know, this is important for those guys in heat race number 2. Or heat race number 1. They need to get that footing back underneath them. This is a slick track, and it's all about keeping it smooth and keeping it consistent, and you need those laps to do that. So, warm up. The track is open here tonight. How are you guys doing? How's everybody doing here tonight? Are you guys all having a good Sunday? Let me know in the chat, and I'm going to go ahead and put on some tunes. Go ahead. Let's see what it gives me for some other tunes. All right, we're going to get ready for the warm-up. About 4 minutes here for tonight's warm-up as they come out of turn number 4. Who's your pick for tonight's race? Damn, that was a phenomenal race. Phenomenal race for heat race number 2. I think it's going to be some good racing here tonight. That's what we've seen so far. I wouldn't expect any less in the feature. We definitely have a bunch of drivers who have a bunch of respect for each other. So we're going to see some good battles through the fields here tonight. Cold and rainy here. Going to turn over. Yeah, that's... yeah, they're talking about cold and rainy. I think we're supposed to get the switch over here too. Where are you, Ken? I forget. I forget where you're at, Ken, but I think they were saying it's supposed to switch over here too. Definitely should be a good show. Nicholas King currently out there with the quick time. Clifford Driscoll gonna go second quick. He is doing everything he can in order to topple Norwood out of that points lead, but I think it's going to be an awful hard task for him tonight. 1 to 3. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yep. Yeah. I'm up north of Syracuse, but I think it is. Yeah, it's supposed to switch over, but I don't think they have any accumulation for us. But you know, being as close to the lake as I am, sometimes it keeps it a little bit warmer and we don't get the snow. But you know how we get that lake effect snow. It'll hammer us. More worried about ice than I am snow. I can deal with snow all day long. Ice is when it gets difficult. All right, so we are about 3 minutes into this warm-up. Getting ready for tonight's main event. There's Josh Smith in the number 83. Brian Black. We haven't seen him nearly as much this season as I expected, but he's got that number 14 out there tonight. Dreyer in the 56. We've seen him a couple times. But I'll tell you what, Nicholas King is definitely one to be watching out for as he figures out this new tire model. That's been his biggest issue, is just using up those tires. And he is getting faster and faster throughout the race each and every week. Watch that number 43 tonight. He could potentially put that thing in victory lane. Dave, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Thank you for the like. Let's see. What else we got going on here? Looks like we're going to have 10 cars here tonight. Cody Connor back here at the number 3. Josh Smith is not on the track. Colton Snyder in the 24, showing a little speed. Can he get that consistency here tonight? Carvey, thank you for the like. Appreciate that. Yeah, he definitely. Nick has been increasingly better every single week. It's been a lot of fun to watch. As that's going to be the end of warm-up, let's get ready for tonight's main event. I don't know what this is, but that other song was too slow for a starting lineup. All right, starting on the pole here tonight. Oh, he got the invert in his favor, and it is going to be Justin Norwood starting on the pole. Starting in second in that number 43. I said he could be one of the favorites here tonight, it is going to be Warrior Racing's very own Nicholas King. Starting in third, chasing our pole sitter and points leader, it is going to be Clifford Driscoll. Starting in fourth, on the outside of row number 2 is going to be Brett Caudell. Starting in fifth, in that number 24 machine, it is going to be Colton Snyder with Cody Connors starting in sixth. We got Dirt Hustlers and Dirt Series Promotions' very own Josh Smith starting in seventh, in that number 83 with Brian Wax starting in eighth. Brad Allman, he's going to start ninth, and rounding out the field is going to be the number 56 of Brad Dyer. Sorry. All right, these guys going to roll off tonight's starting grid. Norwood's got to like starting out front. It looked like being out front and getting that clean air. Definitely National Ferry League. Wow. Brad, thank you for the share. Appreciate that, buddy. Appreciate that share. As we are getting ready to roll into tonight's feature. See your Josh Smith out there telling these guys what they have.
Spin a guy needs to take that EOL.
All right. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking here tonight? Who's your pick for the feature? Ken Norwood, take it from the pole. Driscoll was fast. And, of course, Nicholas King. We got a lot of guys. Caudill was fast. So anybody could potentially win this one here tonight up here in that top 4 or 5. Josh Smith was showing some speed later in his heat race. He could have the speed to take a victory here tonight as we're going to get ready for the green flag, I believe, this time by. 3D for the win, says Dobbs. All right, looking for the green flag. I think this time by. Yep. Pace truck's going to pull in. Green flag is out as Norwood gets on the gas. He hit the gas at the right point. He didn't get a ton of wheel spin. He's going to jump out in front of Nicholas King as he moves to the top side. Here comes... Oh! Brett Caudell trying to stick it in the middle for that number 2 position. Out of turn number 4, Norwood's going to lead it this time by Nicholas King, Clifford Driscoll, Caudell, and Snyder are your top 5 into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straight away, top. Oh, Norwood is single file. I was going to say top 2 single file, but Driscoll's going to shove it up underneath there as they come out of turn number 4. He's got to get back in line. He sticks it in hard into turn number 1 and 2 as he tries to roll the bottom, looking for a little bit of that moisture down low. Oh, they've been around for a while, Curtis. Slick Track Challenge. They change the car every week. But I think they're going to run more UMPs next season. So I'll get you hooked up with these guys, Curtis. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, Norwood leads the way. Nicholas King, Clifford Driscoll. Here comes Caudell down low. Out of turn number 4, looking for third as he's side by side with Cliff into turn number 1 and 2. Brett's going to roll that bottom side. Clifford Driscoll up high as they come out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Drag race looking for turn at number 3. Caudell's got to slide back in line as Snyder tried to not continue to fall back, but Cody Connor's going to get around him as they head towards turn number 1 and 2. Snyder's going to dig back down on the inside as Cody digs all the way up high out of turn number 2, but Snyder has a good run out of 2. Here comes Caudell back down low on Driscoll. Norwood and King going to pull away as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be side by side for the number 3 position. Driscoll does not want this. He wants to get up there with the leaders. He's got to win tonight's race as Norwood tries to drive away in the lead. This is not what Driscoll wants to see. Down into turn number 1 and 2, side by side for that number 3 position. Driscoll digs high. Caudell down low. Their drag race down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Side by side behind him, too, between Snyder and Connors. They come out of turn number 4. Caudell has to fall back in line as it looks like Nick King might be closing in on our leader as these guys get single file. Down the back straightaway, Norwood and King. Single file. We'll keep an eye on that battle. If it starts to heat up, I will move back up there. Driscoll makes a mistake on a 4. Brett's going to get in the back of him. Good save by the number 63 of Clifford Driscoll. Cardell had to back out of it. It's going to stack the group up behind him as it's now brought Brian Wax back up in the mix in that number 14 as Driscoll's going to drift up the track out of turn number 4. Here comes Brett back down low as they come out of 4 down into 1 and 2. Side by side for that number 3 position as the top 2 continue to drive away. They are so close in time, but Nicholas King not gaining the ground. Oh, contact between Driscoll and Brett. Brett's got to deal with Smith. Smith's going to slide up underneath. Move Josh Smith up to 4th as Brett Caudill falls back to that number. Oh, where is he going? He's back to that 5th position as they come out of turn number 2. Here comes Cody Connor digging down low as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Top 2 still single file, but Nicholas King closing the gap. We're watching the battle here. For 3rd on back, I told you Josh Smith had been picking up some speed in his heat race. He's found a little something as he pressures Driscoll for that number 3 position out of turn number 4. Clint, thank you for the like. Down into turn number 1 and 2. We got Nicholas King Norwood out front. Nicholas King 2nd. Watching the battle for 3rd as Smith lifts up underneath Driscoll. He's got to get back in line. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Driscoll's going to roll that high side. Smith tries to go low. Can he get it to stick as they head into 1 and 2? He's going to roll through the slick. This is starting to rubber up a little bit because Smith found a little bit of speed. He's going to take that 3rd spot down the back straightaway. Driscoll's going to fight back on the outside as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, who's going to have 3rd? This time by is going to be Josh Smith as he slides up the track. Driscoll back to that number 4 position. Clifford going to look back down low up underneath Josh Smith as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. What's up, Clint? Lots of white cars. Lots of light color cars anyway. As they come out of turn number 4, it's going to be Josh Smith in that number 3 position. Let's go take a look at the lead battle as Nicholas King has definitely closed the gap on Norwood as they come out of turn number 4. 17 laps into this one as Norwood continues to lead. We got Nicholas King in 2nd, definitely closing the ground and starting to pressure that number 4. The draft up. Clint, thank you for the share. Appreciate that. Draft definitely plays a role here. But Nicholas King, no slouch. He is putting the pressure on our leader as we head through turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Nick King looking down low as Norwood rolls the high side as they head to turn number 3 and 4. Norwood leads it out of turn number 4. 19 laps complete this time by. Look at how big their lead is. They got 4 seconds over that 3rd place machine of Josh Smith. Driscoll sitting in 4th. He's still trying to hold on as Brett Caudill going to be all over the back bumper bar out of turn number 2. Here comes Cody Connor digging the outside. Cody going to dig the outside as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4. Can Cody Connor close the door? He does down the front straightaway. But Caudill's going to slide up in front of him into turn number 1 and 2. Snyder going to dig back low up underneath Connor as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4. They're going to keep it single file 4 now as it looks like Nicholas King has lost a little bit of ground on our leader. He's going to gain it back out of turn number 2. Sends it into 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4. 22 laps complete. 22 laps complete as Nicholas King puts the pressure on that number 4. Let's go jump on board with him as he tries to chase down our leader. I'm in with Norwood. Down into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to try to inch this car up underneath, get side by side. He's going to get up underneath Norwood as they head towards turn number 2. Here comes an attempt for a pass for the lead as they head into 1 and 2. Nick King going to roll down low. Norwood up high. Drag race down the back straightaway. King's got to get back in line. King has some speed, but he's got to find a way around. Sometimes it's hard as they come out of turn number 4. 24 laps complete as they head into 1 and 2. Norwood continues to lead. I'll tell you what, I said watch out for Nicholas King. He has definitely got the speed as those guys are shaking it down back there as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Now 4.5 seconds in front of 3rd as they come across the line. Nick King back low into turn number 1 and 2. Nick King going to roll that bottom side. Justin Norwood up high out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Norwood's going to chop him a little bit. Nicholas King going to lose a little bit of ground as they come out of turn number 4. Ooh, I had a little stutter there. Get a little stutter. I'm wondering if it's the internet because we were supposed to be getting some bad weather out there. As they come down the back straightaway, Norwood continues to lead. Nicholas King in second. Josh Smith, he's got pressure from Driscoll. Driscoll's got that car back underneath him. He's looking to gain some ground as they come out of turn number 4. Oh, he gets into Smith. Now into Brett. Brett into the wall. Brett hard into the wall in turn number 1 and 2. Hopefully he didn't knock the right front off of there or the rear end out. He's going to get back in line as they head through turn number 3 and 4. A little bit of a mistake out of Driscoll. Almost cost Smith and Brett, but it looks like no harm, no foul. Everybody keeps it straight as here comes Nick King back low on Norwood once again into turn number 3. Nicholas King going to try to dig low out of turn number 4. He's got to get this thing in there hard enough and far enough to try to slide him in 1 and 2. Norwood's going to get the run off of turn 2. Drag race down the back straightaway. Norwood's going to keep that number 1 spot as they head towards turn number 3 and 4. Single file as of now as they come out of turn number 4. It is going to be 30 laps complete. Halfway through this one here tonight. Man, we are ripping fast here tonight as these guys are keeping it lean and green. But the battle for third continues to intensify as Driscoll is caught to the back, the bumper of Smith once again as he drops it down low into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, a little bit of contact once again between Smith and Driscoll as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Snyder. He's going to dig down low up underneath Driscoll as they come down the back straightaway. Josh Smith trying to run for his life as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, battle continues to heat up here for third on back. Will we see the rest of these guys reel in this battle for third? If they get too racy, it'll definitely happen as look, they got nothing to race for but third. They're 5.5 seconds back almost from that number 2 position. Back up here as it looks like Nicholas King has lost some ground on Justin Norwood. Can he reel him back in as they come out of turn number 4? It is going to be 34 laps complete. Back to the battle here for third on back. Smith has third, Driscoll and fourth. Gold Snyder in fifth as they head into 1 and 2. Good battle here for third as it is follow the leader. Brett Caudell back up into this battle. I told you these guys were going to close back in on each other as they head through turn number 3 and 4. A little bit of contact there. Snyder sideways. Brett Caudell still digging low. Will they get 3 wide? He make contact into turn number 1 and 2. Snyder going to dig down low into turn number 1 and 2. I don't know if that's what he wanted to do, but Brett Caudell kind of directed him that time as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4. Coming across the line, Smith still in that number 3 position. No racing up front between Norwood and King. All right, jump back up there. We're going to keep it back here for that battle for third as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4. Kind of single file for now as everybody's trying to look for a different lane. Looking for a little bit different speed. You know you can't pass them if you follow them as you come out of turn number 2. Here comes Brett Caudell looking low up underneath Snyder into turn number 3. He sends it in deep. Snyder's going to get sideways. Out of turn 4. Brett's going to have to fall back in line as they head into turn number 1 and 2. So pretty intense battle here for third on back as Cody Connor starts to reel in these guys once again. We're about to have a 5-car battle for that number 3 position. Here comes Driscoll down low out of turn number 4. Clifford going to send it into turn number 1 and 2. Sends it in hard. He makes contact with Smith. He's around hard into the wall. Driscoll makes a big mistake. Steps on the winky there. And the caution flag comes out. Let's see what happened here. He's just going to ship it in. Tries to slide, but does not clear. Goes around hard into the wall. Let's watch this one again from a different angle. He just shoves it in there. Boom! Big hit out of the number 63. He's probably going to have to jump in and get that fast repair and get back out on the tracks as we are 39 laps into this one. What a race so far here tonight. Just hitting the first caution. Now this is going to change a lot of stuff. You got to wonder, wow, Josh Smith, he goes on. He must have gotten some left front damage He went into the pits. That's going to put Snyder in that number 3 position. So some of these guys are fast. Just didn't have the start they wanted. Oops. Right? Just didn't have the start they wanted. Now they're going to be back up here. Now, if this is your first time coming here and watching the Dirt Series, every single week except for the trucks, they do what they call a Delaware restart. If you're not familiar with that, that's when the leader's out front all by himself, and they're going to stack him up from second on back. So second place gets lane choice in that second lane. Third place will go, and then they'll stack them up on back. So as you can see it, this is a Delaware restart. We're going to look for that green flag this time by as the pace lights are out. Ooh, looks like Brad Dyer is out of the race. Didn't notice that, but they're going to stack them up. We got 9 cars left looking for the green flag. Out of turn number 4, Norwood leads the way. Can he hold on for 20 more laps? We're about to find out as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag is out as Norwood hammers that gas out of turn number 4. Colt Snyder looking to take second away from King as they head through 1 and 2. He tries up the track. King chases him up the track, tries to get to the outside. They touch a little going into turn number 3. That's going to push Nick King up the track. Good battle back here. Oh, Smith tries to shake his way up through the field. Side by side still for that number 2 position. Norwood's got to love what's happening behind him as they come out of turn number 2. That was a great restart, David. 100%. Down into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Nicholas King back in that number 2 spot. Snyder in 3rd. Brett Caudell 4th. He's going to be racing for a podium as we got Clifford Driscoll digging down low. They're almost 4 wide out of turn number 2. Driscoll with a good run out of turn number 2. He's got that thing ripping as he tries to get up side by side with Brian Wax as they come out of turn number 4. He's going to take the bottom side down into 1 and 2. Side by side. Driscoll has the bottom side rolling. He's figured something out down low as they come out of 2. Big run down the back straightaway. He just fires out of turn number 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Still single file up here at the front of the field. Norwood out front, 8.9 seconds, or 0.89 seconds in front of the field. Almost a full second. Nicholas King in second. Colton Snyder in 3rd. Snyder going to put the pressure back on Nicholas King as they come out of turn number 4. Come across the line. 15 laps to go. 15 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, almost a 1 second lead for Norwood. The battle is going to be for second on back as they come out of turn number 4. Here comes Snyder back down low, looking for that number 2 spot as they head into 1 and 2. King's going to roll the high side, slides up to the cushion out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, he's going to rip it into turn number 3. Goes for slider into turn number 3, cuts the nose of Snyder. Here comes Caudell out of turn number 4. Good battle here for second on back. They're going to get back in line for now as Snyder tries to mount another attack as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. King's going to pinch him down a little bit. He's going to keep it low as they come out of turn number 4. King's going to keep that number 2 position. Snyder trying to put the pressure on that number 43 as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, King almost drifted too high. Down into turn number 3 and 4. You got to be careful of that wall going into turn number 3. It sticks out a little bit. We could see somebody get bit by that wall as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Snyder down low, digging down low out of turn number 2. Here comes Brett Caudell trying to get up. This is how you come out and capture. Yeah, he is dominating the championship as they come out of turn number 4. It is going to be 10 laps to go as they come across the line. Battle now for that number 3 position as Brett Caudell has dunked to the outside and out of turn number 2. Snyder slides up. Caudell back down low into turn number 3. Contact into turn number 3 and 4 as Colton Snyder came down, but Brett was there. What a save by the number 93 of Brett Caudell. In 3 and 4 there as they made contact. They're going to go back at it out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, a little bit more contact between those two as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Snyder trying to find a way around Nick King. Nick King trying to hold on as they got 8 laps to go. 8 laps to go into turn number 1 and 2. Norwood out front. He's got 1.6 seconds in front of second as they head into turn number 3. Here comes Snyder back low, trying to get up underneath Nick King. Battle for second. Contact as Brett Caudell gets into the back of Colton Snyder. 7 laps to go. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. They've given Nick King a little bit of breathing room after the contact as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Brett Caudell trying to dig in on a podium. He's going to dig down low, gets loose in the slick as they come out of turn number 4. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Brett Caudell digging that bottom side, trying to get up underneath Snyder. Down the back straightaway. He sticks it up underneath. He's going to shove it into turn number 3. He's got to fall back in line as they come out of turn number 4. Definitely getting intense for second on back. They got to be careful. They're starting to reel them in. I see Josh Smith back there in that number 5 position, closing the gap as they come down the back straightaway. Looking for 3 and 4. It's going to be, contact. Colton Snyder with a big save. And Smith nowhere to go. Cody Connor nowhere to go. Brian Wax turned around. Big wreck down the front straightaway. Oh, no. Big wreck with 4 laps to go. Oh, just looked like a stack up there. That's going to get Snyder out of whack. Wow. All right, so we're going to go up here on Snyder's point of view. We're going to jump up on the blip. Let's take a good look at this one. Let's take a good look at this one as they come into turn number 3. You guys let me know what you think. He's got to back out of it here, makes contact, and Brett Caudell tries to go high, just clips a little bit of his quarter panel. Smith nowhere to go. Cody Connor nowhere to go. Wax gets turned around. Oh, Driscoll takes a ton of damage on that right front. Oh, no. I think that was just some hard racing there, folks, as we get the second caution flag of the night, as they got 56 laps in the books. We're going to get a 3-lap shootout here. Norwood out front. Nick King's got to be happy because he's going to get a single file restart here. Racing deal, for sure, for sure. I agree with that, Ken. Definitely a racing deal. So Norwood out front, Nicholas King, Brett Caudell are your top 3. Brad Allman, Brian Wax, Cody Connor are 4th, 5th, and 6th. Snyder 7th, Driscoll 8th, and Josh Smith is on pit road in the number 83. All right, definitely an interesting night of racing here tonight. Good night of racing, and it just got a whole lot more interesting. Norwood still should have the advantage here, but does Nick King have the speed without having to... Ooh, go 1 to go. Does Nicholas King have the speed to stay with Norwood now that he doesn't have to race side by side? We're about to find out as they head down the back straightaway, looking for probably the last green flag of the Slick Track Challenge season for race number 10 in the finale here tonight as the pace truck pulls out. Green flag is out as Norwood gets on the gas. He's going to have a nice little jump about 3/10 into turn number 1 and 2. Nicholas King in second. Brett Caudell back to work. He's going to dig to the outside. Scrapes the wall in turn number 1 and 2. Caudell going to put the pressure. He's going to put the bumper to Nicholas King into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, they're going to get 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Brett Caudell leads into Nick King. They're going to get elbows up, door to door out of turn number 2. Brett Caudell going to dig down low as Nicholas King going to dig high. Nick's going to pinch him down into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, white flag in the air. 1 more lap for Norwood as Brett Caudell gets into Nicholas King once again. Contact, big checkup. Here comes Brad Allman. Down low in the number 9. We haven't talked about him all night. Down the back straightaway. Big battle for second on back. Into turn number 3. Brad's going to ship it in. Norwood's going to take the win. Who's going to get second? Oh, big contact. It's going to be King, Brad Allman, Brian Wax, your top 5. Wow. Holy cow. Holy cow. It might get a little edgy here and in the interview booth. Heck of a finish. Heck of a finish. What a win for Justin Norwood. Let's go watch that one again. Let's go watch that one again. They all pile in. We're going to go jump on here. They're going to make a little bit of contact here out of turn number 4. Brett just tries to loosen him up. Oh, into turn number 1 and 2. Brett Allman digs back low. And this was a heck of a race. Brett didn't try to wreck him. He was just trying to loosen him up a little bit. Ooh, just barely clipped him coming to the line. What a finish there tonight. All right, we're going to go ahead and rewind this just a little bit so we can get Nick back in the... Wow, that was insane. What did you guys think of that one? Let me know in the chat as we get a lot of people congratulate. Yeah, definitely congratulations to Norwood. King and Caudell all having a phenomenal race here tonight. Might be a little bit heated, but we're going to go ahead and go through the results, and we're going to pull them in. We're going to give them a minute to go ahead and cool down a minute. All right, so it's going to be Norwood with the win. Nicholas King second, Brett Caudell in third. You guys don't want to go anywhere. This interview might get interesting. Brad Allman in fourth, Brian Wax in fifth, Colton Snyder in that number 6 position, Driscoll in 7th, Cody Connor in 8th, Josh Smith in 9th, and Brad Dreyer rounding out the field in that number 10 position. Let's go bring in that top 3. So do I bring them all in together, or do I do them one at a time? I think I bring them in all together. I'm going to bring in Justin, Nick, and Brett. Ooh, Norwood. Yo. Came back loud, didn't you? All right, we're going to talk. That was a good one for you, but man, what a race. How intense was it? I mean, Brett, you were in the middle of every single battle tonight.
Yeah, it was I was running out of elbow skin there.
Yeah. I mean, it looked so, I mean, it was so slick, and these things, I mean, to me, because I'm a big block guy, they kind of rotate funny. It's almost like the back ends stick out a little bit. It's so easy to clip the corner of somebody's, and with no given these panels on iRacing, it definitely seems to create some checkups. And you've seen a lot of that, especially back when you guys were racing. I think it was third before that first caution tonight, where you guys were just kind of unintentionally just making a little bit of contact, and there wasn't a whole lot you guys could do.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely some intentional contact just to try to get someone to, because it was it wasn't one lane, but it was all the lanes intersected at some point, it kind of seemed like. So you kind of had to get someone to, I mean, if they were already what felt like slower in front of me, I needed to kind of get them back down a little bit to get around them. Otherwise, we were just losing time to the leaders. So there was a couple times where it was intentional, and there was a couple times that I ran into people that just deserved it, in my opinion, from how they usually drive everyone else. So
Yeah, I get that, but man, a great run here tonight. A lot of fun to watch. Looked like it was fun out there, even getting a little bit physical. You know, that's the nice thing about Volusia, is you do have a little bit of room to make mistakes and make contact a lot of times.
oh yeah, it was a great race. Even though we'll see how many messages I get afterwards.
The hate mail. You got to remember.
Love it.
You got to remember. Your biggest haters are usually your biggest fans.
I put it on the back of the toilet and cry and laugh at the same time.
Well, great run here tonight. Why don't you give a shout out to Friends, Family, sponsors?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everyone at 3D Racing. They're just a great group of guys that keep me on my toes and give me a lot of shit, which is good because I deserve it. And everyone at House of Speed for the open side of things, keeping us running fast. And then you guys for putting it on, James, and then Josh and everybody at Dirt Series for putting the series on.
Appreciate it, bud. Good run here tonight. Logan, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Nick King, man, I said early on that you've been getting faster each and every week, and I told people watch out for him. And man, you put a lot of pressure on Norwood early on. It looks like the tires might have fallen a little bit off late in that run, about halfway through that run. But man, you got to be happy. That thing was fast tonight.
Yeah, these cars, I think I run these cars like once every 6 months. So I think it's honestly only whenever we run dirt series. So yeah, I made some adjustments to the rig tonight before and ran some practice, and honestly, it definitely made me feel a lot better and a lot more comfortable in the rig. So it felt good. Me and Norwood had a pretty good gap on everybody, and I was hoping we were going to ride it out, but you know, as usual, the caution came out. So other than that, I thought it was a pretty fun night.
Yeah, definitely a fun night. I mean, a lot of green flag laps there on a slick track. I mean, how nerve wracking is that? Because you got such so you have less margin of error on these slick tracks like this because you got so little room up by the wall, so little room down low by the wall. I mean, how nerve wracking does that get after about 40 laps of green flag laps?
I mean, it definitely it takes its toll. Like honestly, like I love running slick races because it shows where the real talent is, in my opinion. Like anybody can go out here and be fast on a tacky track, but whenever you're out here on a slick track and be able to run, like I think that's the big thing. I think saving tires is my biggest issue that I'm trying to figure out right now. So, but yeah, you're definitely right. Like margin of error is very very thin, and if you make that mistake, then it could cost you.
Well, great run here tonight. I know you got some friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out, so why don't you give them a holler?
Yeah, absolutely. So first off, I want to thank my wife and my kids, and they cheer me on. They watch every race, even though they get really annoyed with it. My mom's who watches it as well. Majula say all those guys over there. I've been trying to work with them as much as possible to try to get faster whenever I have time. Um, Warrior Apps for making the cars look good, and all the guys over there at Warrior Racing for practicing day in and day out whenever we can. So,
Well,
and
great
then you and Josh, you for the broadcast, and then Josh for putting on the league.
for sure. Well, we got to ask, and I'm going to ask Brett first. What were your tires at?
I believe I had 30 right rear, 49 left rear.
Yeah, I was at 20 right rear and then 33 left rear.
Yeah, you were digging on Norwood. Norwood, where were you at?
24 right rear, 39 left rear.
Brett, you
37.
you saved too much, Brett.
I was being held up.
Yeah,
Didn't want to save. I wanted to be the fuck
Yeah.
up there.
It was like even when you were faster, it was really hard to pull a pass off, I think.
it,
Yeah,
it
that
was
was that
hard.
was my biggest thing with Norwood. It's like I didn't feel like I was any faster, but then me and him were trading laps each time, and like I'd get underneath of him, but like Brett said, it was essentially a one lane track. Like it was slider in one and two. The bottom was there, but it just wasn't fast enough, in my opinion. So
I don't know. I don't know how it is in the UMPs because I don't run them often. But I know one of the biggest problems in the big blocks is, for whatever reason, the draft plays a stupid role here, and you really don't know how fast you are until you try to pass somebody because you always feel faster behind somebody because you're getting the draft. But as soon as you pull out, you don't know if you're slower or if the line just isn't working. Is that part of the problem with it being single file here? Is that draft?
I don't know about as much with this car. I mean, it affects every car, but
yeah,
Yeah, I wasn't sure. That's why I was asking. Because
I don't think it with these cars, especially like maybe the late models and big blocks, but with these like especially here, like especially on a fixed set, like Norwood was running that line. Norwood was running the ideal line where you drift up, and I mean, besides throwing an elbow, like he was running that key line that. I mean, unless he made a major mistake and got into the wall, like that was about the only way that I was going to be able to get around him. So,
yeah, I think like Brett said, it was kind of you almost had to put the nose to the back bumper bar in order to try to move somebody up out of the groove without trying to wreck them.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
It seemed like that's what the way it was tonight. Norwood,
yes,
I think
sir.
he might have clinched the championship there.
Maybe. I don't know. At least it's not as tight as the last one. You know, we had to wait like a day to figure out who won.
Man, that thing was ripping here tonight. You got you were ripping in the heat race, but you got that draw that you got the invert there and it put you on the pole. I mean that clean air being able to control that line had to be key tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, I mean, if the roles were reversed, it'd probably been the same deal.
Yeah, you
I
missed
would
the
have been
whole
back
damn
there.
race, Horton.
I would have been back there trying to.
That you had a phenomenal start though. I mean, in the heat race, and you showed that you could pass early on. I mean, do you think the passing? I mean, it always seemed a little bit more interesting on the restarts. Obviously, there's more opportunities, but early on when you had those cool, fresh tires, it looked like there was actually a ton of grip in those tires. Was that the key? Was just trying to make sure somebody just didn't get that running up underneath you on the
Yeah,
start?
yeah, and I think, man, with especially well with these cars for sure, what I felt tonight, anyways, and I guess really any of them on these slicker tracks like this, it seems like once the tires wear out, uh, the bottom is, when there's only a little grip strip down there like there is now, it's it wants to get so sideways, when you try to pin it down on the bottom that it just completely kills any shot at making the bottom work. That line that we were running, you almost had to run it because the car, you were chasing the ass in the whole time, uh, from the time you entered the corner and it set down all the way down to the next corner. You were chasing it once the tires wore out there. So I feel like if you had tried to pin it on the bottom, you would have just spun and lost all kind of momentum.
It definitely looks like a cross between the last couple seasons of builds, because even like the last season of build, they fixed how loose these UMPs were, but then they look snappy loose again like they used to before they did the first tire model. Remember when they came out with the tire model for the big blocks and it changed the tires for everybody?
Yeah.
Before that, these things were like stupid loose.
Well, I don't know. I see. I ain't read the release notes myself, but from what I heard, they didn't change anything. But to me, the two times that I've run, we practiced Thursday night and then this tonight, and seems to me the tire wear's a little more on the aggressive side over what it was.
It definitely seemed different.
We were too much the first time, then they went back on it, and it got probably a little bit too little. And I don't know, man. I may be wrong because I haven't been racing that much, man. So, but to me, like I got 24 right rear left, and the other night I had like freaking 15 left after 100 laps at Knoxville, and I just don't remember in that middle release. I don't remember ever having to worry about the tire wear that much.
I agree with that.
I don't feel like we had to at all last season.
Right, and so I don't know what they did. I guess it could. I don't know. I had to go read the notes myself, but it seems to me they did something.
Well, phenomenal run here tonight. Definitely looking in form. Had to feel good. You've had a little bit of struggles up and downs here lately, so getting a victory and being strong all race long had to feel good. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, everybody at 3D Racing, all the guys. We've been working good together here lately, having practices and stuff, and it's a lot of fun, doing good for us. But everybody at House of Speed, and MDI TV. Thanks to Josh and everybody at Dirt Series for putting all these deals on. Had a lot of fun over this whole year, man. This one was a lot of fun too. I mean, you kind of, get a break from it for a while and come back, and but yeah, just appreciate everybody that puts it on, man. Had a lot of fun this year.
And Brian said I was being patient, was boxed out at the end, had a top 3 car. He definitely had a fast car tonight.
Yeah,
and he said good run. And it was good to see him because we haven't seen him a lot lately.
Yeah, it's good to see Wax have a good run.
But thanks, guys, for putting on a heck of a show. I'm going to close out the stream. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
10-4, buddy.
That's it.
All right, great run from these guys here tonight. This is the last one of the Slick Track Challenge. We got the Nationals next week. Make sure you guys go. Appreciate it, Brian. Appreciate it. Make sure you guys go get signed up if you want to run Dirt Series Promotions. Knoxville Nationals definitely will be a great show. A lot of money on the line. Make sure you guys go check them out over on Facebook at Dirt Series Promotions or dirt-series promotions.com. Go check those guys out. Get registered for that race. We're going to call it a night. We'll be back tomorrow for week 1. We're back for week number 1. Big block modifieds. Maybe we'll make the pros to make the modified race a little bit longer, but we will definitely make the supers after that, guys. Thanks for coming out. And as always, until next time, be safe and have a good night.